Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 8 o'clock Friday, time for Case's movie review. And this one, Barbara's texted in from Waukegan and said she's the one that recommended this movie. And all due respect, Barbara from Waukegan, I think Kenzie recommended this movie. I'm not sure. We'll give you some props on this one, but Kenzie is living for this movie review.
I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite movies. This is like one of my feel-good watches. Like, you know what I can just put on and I'll feel awesome. Like, this is it for me.
You and Barbara and Waukegan should hang out.
I know. I'm about
so.
it, Barbara.
So let's get into it.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
Utah. Give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies. Fry!
Playing football in West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
All right, Pride and Prejudice, released November 23rd, 2005. We're in the 20th anniversary of this movie with a budget of $28 million. The box office, $129 million.
Let's go.
Huge movie that year. On the review aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 87% based on 186 critics reviews with an average rating of 7.7 out of 10. And Keira Knightley was nominated for Best Actress at the 2006 Academy Awards, but lost to Reese Witherspoon for her performance in Walk the Line.
Oh, interesting. I could see that.
So this is the only movie in the
Good
entire
lineup that year.
Right.
Those women were acting.
Yeah.
Whoa, they're acting their ass off.
And this is the only movie of all of Case's movie reviews, of almost 2 years of them, that I have not seen this movie. I tried to have time to watch it last night, but I didn't. I encouraged people to do that, and I wasn't able to do it. Now, I wouldn't say, Case, you haven't seen Walk the Line, but Kenzie has seen both. I'm just saying, I can't believe people were saying, and I know this is a really good movie and you love it, but that Keira Knightley got robbed because Reese Witherspoon was ridiculous in Walk the Line. I'm not saying Keira Knightley did a bad job. I'm just saying
Keira Knightley did
tough thing.
Keira Knightley did a fantastic job, a role that I think she's built for. Now, I also think Reese Witherspoon did amazing. When you first said she lost, I'm like, to what? And then I'm like, well, that's actually a really good movie. That would be a neck-and-neck competition. That's fair.
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon. I mean, she sang and danced and everything. I mean, it was unbelievable. But anyway, not to talk about Walk the Line. Let's get to it. Pride and Prejudice. And we start every week like we do, how it was advertised 20 years ago on TV. This is the trailer.
I cannot accept you.
Lizzie Bennett can think of 100 reasons not to get married.
He's so rich. He's ridiculous.
Headstrong, is she?
But one moment is enough
May I have the next dance?
to change everything.
Mr. Darcy.
From the producers of Bridget Jones's Diary
What have you done to poor Mr. Darcy? I have no idea.
You must know. Surely you must know.
comes Jane Austen's masterpiece, Pride and Prejudice.
That's a good trailer.
Very nice.
I love hearing Don LaFontaine, who's the in a world guy, do the romantic comedy. They're like, in a time where land forgot. A very soothing voice.
It's very soothing.
All right, Case, what'd you think of Pride and Prejudice?
Pride and Prejudice is a movie about 5 young women and their quest to be married, and how, despite being women in their teens and early 20s, they have the oldest parents imaginable. Their parents look to be 85 in this movie. Donald Sutherland is their father. He looks older than Yoda does in any of the Star Wars movies. I understand in olden times that everybody, old was being 33 years old because you would just die as soon as you were born in the 1800s.
Yeah.
But it is so distracting just how old the parents are in this movie, because all of the children are beautiful young women and the parents look like goblins.
So you're saying they look old?
They look so
you
old.
said old 14 times.
And it's not being discriminatory. They look so old, and it doesn't make sense. At no point when I'm looking at the mother do I go, well, I see how Keira Knightley got her looks. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. They did a bad job casting these parents because I don't understand what age they're supposed to be, because they looked like they walked to Nazareth with the 3 wise men.
You're like adopted.
They must be adopted. Kenzie, were they adopted? Did they adopt?
They were not
5?
adopted.
That's the problem, is these parents are too old.
Listen, lay off the dad. You know how stressed out he was? He had 5 daughters. He had a neurotic neurotic wife.
Yes.
He was trying to keep up with the estate.
Yes.
They're all supposed to get married. His teen daughters are running off with scammers.
Mm-hmm.
I would look about that age too.
Well,
Way off.
The mom even says at one point when Keira Knightley's like, why do you care that we're getting married? And she's like, you have 5 daughters and ask me. It's the only thing I think about.
That's it. She's stressed out.
They're both really stressed out.
Donald Sutherland, rest in peace, one of the greatest actors of all time, was 68 in that movie because he died last year at 88. So
he looks 168 in this movie.
But also, then the daughters were like, you said they were teenagers?
Yeah, no, because Keira Knightley's like, well, the youngest is 16, my love. And it's like, oh my God, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think there's an age gap between the parents and the children that's concerning in this movie. Oh my God.
Wow. Good first take on this one.
Outside of that, I have not read the book by the same name, Pride and Prejudice, the Jane Austen novel that came out in 1813. I'm currently going through a thing in my life where I'm trying to read more fiction. Admittedly, haven't got to Pride and Prejudice yet. There's a few other classics I want to knock off before I get to that. So this whole story was new to me. I didn't know. I couldn't believe there were 5 sisters, let alone a bunch of other men, the parents, the fact that some people hate the carriage ride, some people love the carriage ride. Keira Knightley's whole thing is she's like, I'm not getting in a carriage, I'm going to walk, which I like that. I like a woman that will walk places. But
you like walkers?
So did Mr. Darcy. Okay.
So this movie largely follows Keira Knightley, who is a pretty progressive woman for being in the 19th century because, their whole thing back then was arranged marriages and getting married when you were 16 and then inheriting wealth and farmland of some sort.
Yeah. No matter the cost. It didn't matter who you were marrying.
Yes, including your cousin, because Keira Knightley is like, well, what if I don't know if I have to get married, and if I got married, what if I married somebody that I liked spending time with instead of some of these losers out there? And her mother's basically like, you have a cousin who is about to claim a very large inheritance, and you should marry that cousin. And that man's name is Mr. Collins, and I do fear, as we're about to listen to the audio of Mr. Collins proposing to Keira Knightley, this is only the second time they've met. I do fear this is what it sounds like when I talk to women.
Dear Miss Elizabeth, I'm sure my attentions have been too marked to be mistaken. Almost as soon as I entered the house, I singled you out as the companion of my future life before I am run away with my feelings. Perhaps I may state my reasons for marrying. Firstly, that it is the duty of a clergyman to set the example of matrimony in his parish. Secondly, that I am convinced it will add greatly to my happiness. And thirdly, that it is at the urging of my esteemed patroness, Lady Catherine, that I select a wife. And now, nothing remains but for me to assure you in the most animated language of the violence of my affection.
Mr. Collins!
And that no reproach on the subject of fortune will cross my lips once we're married.
You are too hasty, sir. You forget that I have given no answer.
I must add that Lady Catherine will thoroughly approve when I speak to her of your modesty, economy, and other amiable qualities.
1,000% that's you talking to women.
That's me at Delilah's trying to talk over the house music there.
And I just have to point out one important part of the script.
Please.
He said, I sought you out immediately. If you watch the movie, he actually tries to date the sister who's already spoken for and then settles for her, but that's his proposal.
And I don't want to pit women against each other, and I'm not exactly in a position where I would say no to a night out with Keira Knightley, but Rosamund Pike is the sister that he originally goes after. Good God almighty, does she look good in this movie?
I told you, because Brian said when you said this movie, like, oh, Keira Knightley is the hottest girlfriend. I go, well, actually, Keira Knightley is, but she has a sister that's like, they're going after who's the most beautiful this whole movie. It's
Rosamund
unbelievable.
Pike's are like 110 miles an hour in every scene she's in. She looks unbelievable.
I know.
My God.
I know.
The problem is I had to go to the cast because I haven't seen this movie. And then you get the pictures of them today, which all these women still look beautiful. But I'm then putting in my Google search, which probably isn't going to bode well when I get home if Megan grabs my phone, of like Rosamund Pike 2005.
Yeah.
Just because I want to see what all these women look like in 2005.
Type in her name with Pride and Prejudice so you can see what she looks like in the movie.
Yeah, because she's got the corset on, she's got the milkmaid dress. It's a good
Well,
look.
and they're both such natural beauties. That's the thing. It's like, this isn't like they just have like these simple dresses on, almost no makeup. Like they're stunning.
Yeah.
I think you're trying to trap me. She's 46, so she was 26 then.
I wasn't telling you to look up like jailbait, brother.
That's why I thought you were trying to trap me.
I'm saying she looks very. I said she looks pretty in the movie.
I
wasn't trying to get myself in trouble.
Yeah,
she's the oldest sister, so she's the oldest daughter in the movie.
Yeah, but I can see you guys trying to trap me on that to get me to say something, and I didn't.
That's not good. Yeah, not good for the brand. Actually, I really would prefer
But you
that
would
they don't
do
hit
that.
on children.
I could see you guys doing that to me. Anyway.
So that is Mr. Collins, who Keira Knightley says no to, but then she has this other love interest with Mr. Darby, and that's where the bulk of this...
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, Kenzie, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
So Mr. Darby's the primary love interest in this movie, and what I'm so confused about, although I will come out and say that I did enjoy this movie and I like the story that it told, I do feel like we have to take a second to break down the relationship between Keira Knightley's character and Mr. Darby, who's the character in the movie, because...
Are you calling him Darby?
It's Mr. Darby, isn't it?
Darcy.
Darcy,
Oh,
letters
I'm
are
like,
tough.
wait. I'm like, I thought I misheard you, and then he did it again.
No, it's Mr. Darcy. Good to know. I have
Darcy.
my notes wrong.
I'm calling him Darby.
So he's just super mean to Keira Knightley for 90 minutes of a 2-hour movie, and at some point he decides that he's in love with her, and then everything changes, and I don't really feel like their love story is justified. And I know we have to take a break here in just a second, but I'd like to break that down a little bit more when we come back.
All right, let's do that. Let's come back. The Mr. Darcy scene and the closing and the review of Pride and Prejudice from Case the Producer here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
We have tickets coming up in the next half hour for Q101's Twisted. We'll get you into the Monster Energy sound check with Third Eye Blind, plus some Monsters of Men tickets and some pretty big music entertainment news after Dexter and the Moon Rocks not too far away. We're in the middle of Case's review of Pride and Prejudice, the 20th anniversary of this movie. Huge movie for 2005 with Keira Knightley. And coming near the final scene and your rating, so you can take it from there, Case, on where you're at with this movie.
I want to start with a question to Kenzie, because you love this movie, but I am curious about what it is that you love about this movie. Is it the romance of it?
Absolutely. I think it's a dream relationship. I think that they found each other kind of against all odds. I know that sounds corny, but in the sense that this is a time period of arranged marriage, like you said. It's a time period in which you don't get to fall in love to marry. And the fact that they both got to do that when both families are saying absolutely not to them. And mind you, she bagged like the richest man ever who's obsessed with her. Like, sorry, this is a feel-good story. It's amazing.
There we go.
And
we got to it.
I loved, if you have seen this movie, he went out of his way to fix so many things in her life. And I love an active listener. I love somebody who knows how to truly solve issues and find out what she really cares about and fix it. He fixed huge issues in her life, and he didn't even want credit for it. He just wanted those things fixed. I thought that was amazing.
I'm with you there. Follow-up question.
Yes.
Don't you feel like he was doing a lot of things in the first half of the movie to make her life worse? Yes, right. Like I didn't know anything about this going in, and I was expecting. I love romance. I'm all about it. No one loves a good love story.
Oh, you're known
as
as Captain Romance.
I try to be.
Yeah.
He is romantic. Case is very romantic.
I was being serious.
I know. I'm currently, alone on this island by myself, but I would love to have a partner on that island at some point.
Yeah.
I love being romantic. It makes me very happy. I love being in a relationship.
You are. Yeah, you're very good at that.
I try to be. It means a lot to me. It's very hard to date.
We got it. We understand.
So, I'm expecting a love story that's going to move me. And what I got was Mr. Darcy, not Darby. Mr. Darcy, he's kind of just mean to Keira Knightley up until the first time that he proposes to her in the pouring rain. I feel like everybody's seen that visual. But even up to that proposal, he's not that nice to her. And while he's proposing in layman's terms, in the modern day terms, he's like, well, my family's got more money than yours. You're sort of a lower social status, but like, hey, baby, I like what you got going on. We should be together. And Keira Knightley rightfully says no to that. And so then he has to spend another 40 minutes undoing all the bad things that he did to her and her family until they finally end up together again. Now, luckily, it does lead to this scene at the very end where he professes his love to her, and she's finally ready to accept it. And some of the dialogue here is some of the most beautiful stuff I've ever heard.
How can I ever make amends for such behavior?
After what you have done for Lydia, and I suspect for Jane also, it is I who should be making amends.
You must know. Surely you must know it was all for you. You are too generous to trifle with me. I believe you spoke with my aunt last night, and it has taught me to hope, as I had scarcely allowed myself before. If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes have not changed, but one word from you will silence me forever. If, however, your feelings have changed, I would have to tell you. You have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love you. I love you. I never wish to be parted from you from this day on.
So today's version of that is kind of like, hey, you want to get out of here?
Yeah.
It's like-
Do you know how much I'd like to be bewitched, body and soul? I'd kill for that. I love it. I'd love to be bewitched.
Oh my God.
Some of this language needs to somehow get put back into society. I think we can't take
beautiful.
we can't take the tooth. We can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You know, I understand that.
The problem is, I've never written you a romantic Christmas card. I throw out language like this in romantic Christmas cards and birthday cards and 4th of July cards and Flag Day cards. If I'm writing you a card, I'm using language like this. I love it. I'm all about it. I just
screaming.
I'm not. We've been sleepwalking through the show today. I want to bring some energy to it.
Okay.
For the love of God. My only issue is he was so mean to Keira Knightley for the first 90 minutes of this movie.
I disagree. So here's where I'm surprised with you, Case. Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Darcy is what I would put in a socially awkward column, much like you. Okay, so I can't believe you're not giving him grace. He is like a very loving, kind person, but he just kind of says and does the wrong thing because he's not a huge fan of like society. He's also been preyed on his whole life because he's a very eligible rich man. So it's kind of like I'm saying like every dad.
I'm just laughing because it's not that part's not relatable to me.
That part's not. I didn't say that part.
I have not been preyed upon for being eligible and rich.
But this is arranged marriage. So everybody's been trying to arrange a marriage with him his entire life. And he doesn't really care. He doesn't want to do that. And when he did, I guess, affect Keira Knightley in certain ways, he wasn't trying to. What he was trying to do is like help, his sibling, help. Like he was helping people in his life. Mm-hmm. And then didn't understand the ripple effect of that. So the things he were doing were not, he wasn't like punching Keira Knightley in the face like I'm being mean to her. It was like, oh, I'm trying to help this person and didn't know that the domino effect would hit her. And then the second he found out, felt horrible and tried to fix everything. And I can appreciate that.
I can respect that. I can respect anybody that acknowledges their mistakes and tries to do better. Mm-hmm. Did I personally enjoy the romance between Bingley and Rosamund Pike's character a little bit more? I did. I thought they were really
so cute.
They were so cute together. When he's rehearsing, proposing to her, I love that. So fun.
Yes. Oh my God. It's so sweet.
What are you going to rate this movie on?
Kisses.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Because they kiss at the end.
Because they kiss at the end.
Rainy, wet kisses.
Yeah, rainy, wet kisses. And I think the Rotten Tomatoes people have it right. I feel very comfortable going 7.5 kisses out of 10 on this one. I'm all about it. I think you got to go into this movie with an open mind. Ignore the fact that everybody in this movie looks uncomfortable because they're wearing corsets that are killing themselves. And ignore the fact that Darcy is mean to Keira Knightley for the first 90 minutes. And try to turn your mind off and watch a good love story. This is fun stuff.
7.5?
7.5.
7.5 wet kisses in the rain for Pride and Prejudice. If you missed any more of that review, it's on the Brian and Kenzie podcast. The whole thing will be on there. We have music entertainment news on the way, and we do have Twisted Night 3 tickets on the way. And we also have Of Monsters and Men tickets next half hour coming up with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.